Hare Krishna. Om Jnana-timirandasya Jnana-anjana-shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Hare Krishna. The important question is why. This we ask when we are very small, and when we don't get answer, we stop asking the question why. Same thing. Human life is meant to ask the question why. When Pandavas were in, mm, they came to meet Bhishma when he was lying on a arrow of bed of arrows. That time, uh, they asked the question. Bhishma is asking the question: why are Pandavas undergoing this trouble? So he says, "Sarvam kalam kritamani." It's maybe because of time. They are undergoing such problems. Then he says, but time comes when there is karma only. It does not come on its own. Like we were discussing the story of uh, a widow Brahmani. She was having a small child, and she was nicely serving the Lord and taking care of everything. And but for unfortunately, what happened? This boy went for fetching some flowers for serving the Lord only. He's doing devotional service, but a snake bite him, and he dies. And there was a hunter who was watching this, and he felt very sorry and compassionate, but he was very angry on the snake also. He said, "Arey, he knows this boy and that widowed lady also. He thought, Arey, she is having only one shelter and she lost that also." And then he chants some mantra and captures the snake, and he brings the dead body of the boy and the snake to this lady and says, "My dear lady, this is your son is dead because of the snake." But then she started lamenting. And he says that I brought the culprit also. This is the snake because of which your son died. And he says that, okay, if now what should I do with the snake? Should I kill it? Then the lady asks, by killing, will my son come back? And he asks, how should I kill him? Should I burn him? Should I cut into pieces? And she asks that, will my son come back? He says, no, he will not come, but at least it will reduce your pain, because if somebody gave trouble to us and we are and we feel that he's punished sufficiently, then our pain reduces a little bit because we have that revengeful attitude. Then she says, "No, I don't want to kill that snake." No, she started lamenting. But this hunter, he was not satisfied. He wanted to kill, and all the people were there. And suddenly, the snake started speaking in a human voice. He says, "Why are you cursing me? No, I am not the culprit, because the death came. That's why I came." Then death personified comes. When death comes, it is she in this case. She said, or he or she, whatever. Some place it is he, some place it is she. So she says that, Array, why are you blaming me? Because when she was born, Lord Brahma, he created death because the living entities were staying too long. He created death. And he says, now you go and attack everyone. And he says, I'll be the most unpopular fellow in this creation. No, she started lamenting. I said, you created me, but what did you create? What is the job you are giving? I don't want to do this job of killing the people, destroying their bodies. And she was lamenting for a long time. Brahma said, okay, okay, okay. So we'll come to a compromise. I say, I'll create two more personalities. One is old age and one is diseases. So when they attack first, and then you go and you finish them. But people will say he died because of diseases. So nobody will blame you. Nobody will say death came. Everybody will say he died because of disease, he died because of old age, he died because of. So everybody will blame some other reason will come, not you. You come, but they don't see you. They'll see the other reasons. So she was pacified. And here, when the death came, their death comes and says, "Why are you blaming me? This boy died." And Snake says, "I came because death came. Death was the reason. That's why I had to come and bite." The death says, "I am not the reason. Time came. That's why I am came. So why are you blaming me?" It's the time factor that is influencing. Time is influencing everyone. And generally, people take shelter of time. If we say why things are going bad, people say, "What can we do, Prabhu? Kali Yuga, time is like that." So, time is something which is like everybody takes. It's like nobody gets offended if you say time. Why things are happening like this? Why the government is like this? We say, "What can we do? Kali Yuga, time." So time is something which is easily take shelter. So everybody blames time. Then the time personified comes. He says, "Arey, why are you blaming me? It is karma. Because of that person's karma is there. That's why I came." So some people they become old at 35 only. Some people are becoming old in 50 and some in 70. Why? Because time factor is working on different people differently. On what basis? Based on their karma, right? Time affects us based on our karma. If karma is different, time effect is different. But time effect is there. Then it is blamed karma. Now, karma is also not 100%. That is also there. Parashara Muni he writes in Parashara Horshastra that it is not karma, you can say, because it is fatalism. You say, "What can I do? My karma is like this." So people take shelter of karma. It's a fatalistic mentality. I am not independent. Whatever has to happen, it will happen. It is already destined. It is karma is like that. So Duryodhana was also taking sometimes shelter. Many people they say, "What can be done, Prabhu? It's already there." That is no. Only 75 to 80%, maybe 70 to 80%, we can say. It is karma. Remaining 30%, still we have free will, where we can make a choice. So it's such a very big system that is created by the Lord. And here we see that everybody has that choice. We cannot immediately say, "My karma is like that, that's why I'm doing. Time is like that, that's why I'm doing." No, you still have choice. That is very important to understand. So here, uh, to make a choice of what I want to do in life is also very important. So here, in the form of prayers, I have delineated the yoga system of chanting. All of you should take this important stota within your minds and promise to keep it in order to become great sages. So that free will they are utilizing. Acting silently like great sages and giving attention and reverence, you should practice this method. So first, this is a very important. Adharat, kintu adharat anudinam kalushaya jushta. And then he says that this is offered prayers by great personalities. Why? It is given that the most important thing is they were, because in Brahma cautioned all his sons and disciples by reciting the prayers, because he's telling you are dealing with matter. If you don't connect to Krishna, there is always a chance that we get affected by it. And Prabhupada said, if one simply executes the rules and regulations of Varnashram rule of Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya, and does not remember Supreme Lord, it's a waste of time. Shrema evahi kevalam. Then he says, when all the Prajapatis were ordered to create by Lord Brahma, we chanted these prayers in praise of the Supreme Lord and became completely free from all ignorance. Thus, we were able to create different types of living entities. So, this is what Lord Shiva is telling, that we followed the system which was given by Brahma, and then we got benefited. So, it's very nicely followed by them. And Prabhupada right here, the nonsensical Darwin theory. For this putting nice similes and metaphor. So the nonsensical Darwin theory of evolution is not applicable here. It is not that intelligent human being did not exist millions of years ago. On the contrary, it is understood that most intelligent creator, Brahma, was first created. Like, even if you see 5,000 years back, okay, you say, okay, they're not very intelligent people that time. But if you see the discussions that are happening 5,000 years ago, hmm, the most important discussions are happening about the purpose of life. You see the scriptures, Bhagavatam, what are the questions that are discussed? We see what Bhishma Dev is talking about. Such a important, valuable lessons. If they are not intelligence, if they are some people staying in some caves and using some stones to make the fire and kill the animals and eat, if such nomads are there, why will they discuss such important topics, and that too in a very complicated issues? It is not some simple philosophy. That philosophy now people are, when what happened is when uh, Russian big philosopher were there. Many years he did research, and he formulated some nice theories. And then what happened? One time he came and attended some seminars. It was a conference, and then one devotee, he went and he spoke, and then he also spoke, and others are also speaking. And after that, this devotee went and he also spoke. And then the devotee comes and meets this person who was a big philosopher. He says, "So, how did you like my talk?" He said, I am, and the devotee quoted also. This is there in Bhagavad Gita like that, and he quoted. So, this big, very famous philosopher, big researcher, he said, I am feeling so terrible, so terrible. He said, why? He said, I spent all these years and I did so much research, and now you people are telling this is already there. I didn't do anything new. I am feeling so terrible. That means a lot of the all the researchers and all. I think very one Russian philosopher was there. He was very intelligent. He went to America at a very young age. He wrote so many philosophical theses and other things. And I think he died at the age of 36 only. But he was so intelligent, so brilliant. He wrote a comprehensive study of all philosophies across the world. And he writes actually that the most sophisticated, evolved philosophies of the world are the Shed Darshanas. Shik Darshanas, which are Gemini, Kapila, Kannada, Gautama, all these philosophers, Shed Darshanas, which are there in the Vedic culture, they are the most sophisticated philosophical presentations. And whatever philosophy that are presented now, they are very, very, very trivial, very superficial. But real things are here. He appreciated it. He died in a car accident, actually. So the point is that we already such evolved personalities were there so long back. We have to appreciate it. What questions they are discussing, what topics they are discussing, what type of intelligence they must be having to discuss these topics. If now people are so dull, they didn't even understand, comprehend certain topics also. Too tough for them. They're so dull and very, they only know how to see the reels on the Instagram. Apart from that, they don't understand more than this. They just have to eat and sleep, and then they go to work and they earn some money and again purchase, eat, and sleep. And how much intelligence they have to understand this complicated subject matters. These people are fully into it. They are doing such a great research, and they are performing great austerities and doing research. They are not wasting their time with all these trivial things. And if they are so much focused on something higher, and how much they are able to do. So here Lord Brahma created other saintly sages like Marichi, Bhrigu, Atri, Vasistha, and Lord Shiva. They in turn created different types of bodies according to karma. In Bhagavatam, Kapiladev told his mother that living entity get a particular type of body in accordance with his work, and that this body is dedicated upon by higher and decided by upon higher authorities. The higher authorities, as appointed by Supreme Lord and other Prajapatis and Manu, thus form the beginning of creation. It can be seen that the first creature is the most intelligent. It is not that so called modern intelligence has developed by gradual process of evolution. As stated in Brahma Vaivarta Puran, there is a gradual evolutionary process, but it is not the body that is evolving. All the bodily forms are already there. It is a spiritual entity, a spiritual spark within the body that is being promoted by the laws of nature under the supervision of superior authority. We can understand that this was from the very beginning of creation, different varieties of living entities are existing. It is not that some of them have become extinct. Everything is there. It is due to our lack of knowledge that we cannot see things in their proper perspective. So, in this verse, the word Dvashta Tamasaha is very important. For without being free of ignorance, one cannot control the creation of different types of living entities. Daiva Netrena. Bodies are awarded according to the supervision of superior power. This is what Prabhupada is telling. And lastly, concludes the following followers of Vedic instructions cannot accept Darwin theory of evolution, for it is marred by imperfect knowledge. This is the reality. This very Adedam niyatadyukto japan avadhita puman achirachiraye apnoti vasudeva parayana. He says that the devotee of the Lord, whose mind is always absorbed in him, and who with great attention and reverence chants this stotra, will achieve the greatest perfection of life without delay. So this is greatest perfection is we develop bhakti. Bahunam janmanam ante jnanavan mam prapadyate. So one can attain bhakti by chanting this. Shreyamsiha sarvesham ज्ञानं निःश्रेयसं परं सुखं तरति दुष्पारं ज्ञाननौर्व्यसनार्णवम्. It says in this material world there are different types of achievements, but of all of them, the achievement of knowledge is considered to be the highest because one can cross the ocean of nations only on the boat of knowledge. Otherwise, the ocean is Im- impossible. So here in the previous verse, Prabhupada read perfection means becoming a devotee of Krishna. That is the perfection. And here he says that actually everyone is suffering with his world due to ignorance. Every day we see that a person without knowledge commits some criminal acts and is later arrested and punished, despite the fact that he actually may not have been conscious of his sinful activity. Such ignorance prevails throughout the world. People do not consider how they are risking their lives in an attempt to have illicit sex life, killing animals to satisfy their tongue, enjoy intoxication and gambling. It is very regrettable that leaders of the world do not know of the effects of these sinful activities. They are instead taking things very easily and are succeeding in making the ocean of nations wider and wider. Opposed to such ignorance, full knowledge is greatest achievement within this material world. So, what is the greatest achievement? Achieving knowledge only, full knowledge. We can practical. So now people are very happy that they have created something new and making something new and having a big package. No, big package of money. You have 2 crore package, 3 crore package of salaries. They think that is achievement. But Bhagavatam says no, that is not achievement. That is achievement for Shudras. Achievement for Brahmanas is knowledge. Where particularly see that one who has sufficient knowledge is saved from many dangerous pitfalls in life. See, this is what is important. Bahunam janmanamante jnanavan mam prabadyate. This Krishna conscious movement is determined to open wide the eyes of so called leaders who are full of ignorance, thus, save them from many pitfalls and dangerous conditions of life. The greatest danger is the danger of getting a body lower than that of human being. It was with great difficulty that we attained this human form of life just to take advantage of this body and re-establish our relationship with the Supreme Lord, Govinda. Shiva advised, however, that those who take advantage of his prayers will very soon become devotees of Lord Vasudeva and thus will be able to cross the ocean of innocence and make life perfect. So this is very easy formula he's giving. ये इमं श्रद्धया युक्तो मद्गीतं भगवत्स्तवम् आधीयानो दुराराध्य हरिम् आराध्यतये असु. He says that although rendering devotional service to the Supreme Lord and worshipping are very difficult, if one vibrates or simply reads this stotra, composed and sung by me, he will very easily be able to invoke the mercy of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So, Prabhupada's, this is Lord Shiva is from he is starting Rudra Sampradaya. So, this is his speciality. And then he says that Vindate Purusho Amushmat Yadyat Ichati Asatvaram Madgita Gitat Supritat Shreyasam Ekavallabhat. The Supreme Lord is the dearmost object of all auspicious benedictions. A human being who sings this song sung by me can please the Supreme Lord. Such a devotee being fixed in Lord's devotional service can acquire whatever he wants from the Supreme Lord. He's giving so much falastuti. Lord Shiva is so serious about his song. He says, Idam yat kallaya yuttaya pranjali श्रद्धयान्वितः शृण्याच्छ्रवण्येन मर्त्यो muchyate karma bandhanaha. A devotee who rises early in the morning with folded hands chant this prayer sung by Lord Shiva and give uh, faculty to other to hear facility to others to hear them certainly becomes free from all material bond. I think of all the prayers from Bhagavatam, this has the maximum philosophy. You get maximum benefit. It says that bhakti yoga process is different. For bhakti yoga means acting according to the orders of superior authority. When one act under the direction of superior authority, we do not become entangled by fruitive results. So this is the point. So why we don't get entangled is when we act under the direction of superior authority, we do not become entangled by fruitive results. Very, very important point. Why? What happens is here we are not going with I like, I don't like. We are going with the principle of what is right. What is right that is told by the superior authority, whatever they are telling, because I go by Guru, Sadhu, and Shastra. Vipra Dharma Achyutashraya. Vipra is Brahmanas, Achyuta, Lord Krishna, Dharma is the Shastras. So then we do not become entangled by fruitivism. For instance, Arjuna fought because Supreme Lord wanted him. Therefore, he was not responsible for the outcome of the fighting. As far as devotional service is concerned, even hearing and chanting is as good as acting with our body, mind, and senses. Actually, hearing and chanting are also activities of senses. When the senses are utilized for one's own sense gratification, they entangle one in karma. But when they are used for the satisfaction of Lord, they establish one in bhakti. So, Prabhupada tells the same thing again so that it goes into our consciousness, our head properly. गीतं मयेदं नरदेवनन्दना परस्य पुंसा परमात्मनस्तवं जपत्यैकाग्र धियस्तपोमत चरद्वम् अन्त तत आप्स्यते क्षितम्. My dear sons of the king, the prayers I have recited to you are meant for pleasing the Supreme Lord, the Super Soul. I advise to recite these prayers, which are effective as great authorities. In this way, when you are mature, your life will be successful, and you will certainly achieve all your objectives, desired objectives without fail. Prabhupada, right? If we persistently engage in devotional service, certainly all our desires will be fulfilled in due course of time. Thus end the Bhaktivinoda purport of fourth canto, 24th chapter of Srimad Bhagavatam, entitled Chanting the Song Sung by Lord Shiva. Actually, I thought of previously I was rushing. Then I thought we'll not rush, we'll go slowly. We'll try to complete. We'll not go with Vishnu Chakra Thakur. They don't have purports only, but Prabhupada has long purports. So we'll try to see whatever Prabhupada is trying to help us understand without rushing. Some places which I feel which are already discussed so many times. So some things I am skipping, but most some important points I'm not trying to skip. So hope we'll not be able to catch up with them. We are already 4 chapters behind. Sometimes initially we were ahead, and later on we were going parallel. Now we are lagging so much. But I understood we cannot do because further chapters, the further cantos, the purports are very huge, and we will miss so much. In third canto, we miss some of the purports, but now I don't want to take that chance. So let us go slowly only. Okay, we'll end here. Thank you all very much. Granthra Srimad